Well, that certainly didn't take long for more information to come out. Just a week after the last Shadow of War livestream, IGN released another short video, this time about the different skills in the new Predator skill tree. Just as a side note, you should all definitely go check out that livestream that they had. It's got a bunch of good information. Link to that is in the description below. So enough talk, let's get to digging. The first thing we'll have to talk about, of course, is the Predator skill tree itself. Unlike Shadow of Mordor, which had a large grid split between two categories, we now have a more streamlined linear progression. It's safe to assume that this is just one category of abilities, this one pertaining to stealth and movement specifically. More than likely, there will be one about melee combat, and then the other will probably be dedicated to Celebrimbor himself. The big thing here to note, which they go into more detail in the video, is that each ability also has a number of perk slots to customize how they work. So what are these new Predator abilities? Well, the first one is Elven Agility, something shown in both the Minas Ithil trailer as well as the reveal gameplay trailer. Hit the prompt when it appears when climbing, and you'll leap even higher and faster. The perk that's activated with the ability is Spectral Dash, which seems to rush you forward while in Stealth Walk at the cost of your focus meter. Seems like they wanted Stealth to have more movement this time around. Before we move on, did you happen to pay attention to the bottom of the screen and see those two icons with the word summon? In the live stream, Mike DePlatter discussed how Talion could now summon all sorts of allies during combat, including other humans. Here, these two icons appear to be Caragors and cave spiders, which were both confirmed in the stream. There are two other icons that pop out throughout the video, but I certainly don't want to be guessing what they could be. If you think you've got an idea what they are, let me know in the comments below. The next ability that pops up is our dear old friend Brutalize. It still behaves the same way as before, only this time the perk slotted in it is actually Terrorize, meaning that you can spec out the ability so other enemies don't flee in fear. The narrator does say that you can also spec it out to gain more might, as well as more combo points to start. Next up is Poison Tendril, and it's possibly one of my favorites coming out of this video. Sure, it's really simple. You can now poison grog barrels from a distance, and the perk slotted in it makes them go berserk and attack each other. I always thought poisoning the barrels in the first game was a neat mechanic, but it was completely unnecessary and cumbersome to try and do it, so I'm really glad that they made this change. It just adds more tools to the arsenal to thin the herd out before striking. Another quick thing to note about this shot is that it's not actually located in Minas Ithil. Instead, we have what appears to be more of a snowy region, possibly this place here from the reveal trailer. Now, if you want to thin the herd out even more after poisoning barrels, then boy oh boy are you going to like Wraith Chain. It behaves almost identical to how the upgraded Shadow Strike was in the first game. However, instead of activating it with the bow, you activate it on a stealth kill to continue killing multiple targets. The best part here is that it doesn't appear to actually take you out of stealth. Just like Shadow Strike, it takes focus for every kill, but the perk that's activated right now gives you one kill without using focus. Now, before I move on to the final ability, I just want to say that I'm not entirely sure where this location is. It's possible that this is Minas Ithil, but judging by the Gondor architecture, it could very well be another place in Gondor territory. Osgiliath, perhaps? Finally, the last ability shown in the video is called Deadly Spectre. Here, we see Talion lures an Uruk to investigate the sound like in the previous game, but this time, Celebrimbor lies in wait like a proximity mine and strikes automatically when the Uruk gets too close. The narrator never specifies what the perk actually is, but since it shares the same exact icon as Brutalize, it could be that Celebrimbor performs a Brutalize on his prey. It would explain why he just keeps stabbing the crap out of the poor guy and you get 5 points into a combo just like a normal Brutalize. Again, more tools to be used before jumping in and slaughtering Uruk in open combat. All of these abilities are great and whatnot, but it still leaves me with a few questions. Questions such as, how many different perks are there for each ability? And, oh wait, what's this ability here? If you haven't noticed, there are actually 6 abilities in the Predator tree and not 5. So what the hell does the final one do? The symbol itself is new and nothing found in the previous game. The only clue we have to go with is that it does have a perk with the same symbol that notifies us of worms in the world to interrogate. Regardless of what it is, I'm just glad more information keeps dropping about the game. Since it's scheduled to launch with Microsoft's Project Scorpio, I'm more than willing to bet we'll see it showcased at E3 during Microsoft's press conference. But for now, we'll just have to be patient. Thanks for watching, everyone. As always, let me know if I missed anything in the comments below, and I will see you next time.